Hi everybody, I'm Kim Weiss. I'm with ThreePhaseElectric. Can you hear me? I have a usually soft-spoken voice, so I don't know if I'm screaming or what. I always have to try and project. Anyways, ThreePhaseElectric, we started in 1989. We do lighting maintenance, repairs, lighting upgrades, full service construction department, as well as full-scale lighting maintenance department. I'm the vice president and founder, so hope I can answer your questions today. But we do have some hot topics to talk about today. As he was just saying, that the lighting industry is really moving quickly these days. We have a lot of opportunity, and everybody's always asking me, Kim, how much can we save by switching to LED? You know, that's the topic of the hour, seems to be. And I always tell them, well, that depends. It depends on how much are you paying for your electric bill right now. How much because when we go to LED, we can usually cut your power bill in half, or even less than that. So not every time is like that, but typically you'll pay about half the electricity that you're paying right now. The next question I ask them is, how much are you paying to maintain your lights? How much are you paying for light bulbs and for the labor to replace the lamps? Because when we go to LED, you're going to be maintenance free for about 11.4 years if your lights are on 12 hours per day average over the year, which is typical. So that's dusted on. So half the power, maintenance free for 11 plus years. They're saying now that the length of service is increasing every day. There's testing, LM80 tests that are done to tell us how long we should expect the lamps to last, and they're coming back with like 15 years. So it's definitely increasing. It definitely can save you money. A rule of thumb is for functional lighting, your payback is going to be 2 to 4 years. So that's just purely functional lighting. It's not decorative. It's just like a wall pack light or just a functional light. If you look at decorative lighting, go ahead. If you look at your decorative lighting, you're going to be looking at a longer payback, 7 to 12 years, but it will pay back. So, and that's for like your pole top luminaires and that sort of thing. And the reason that payback is going to be longer is because that's going to be a whole new luminaire, a whole new fixture. If you have some very nice, really high-end type lights, that's going to be more like the 12-year sort of thing. So, but then they'll continue to operate. So you've got your new luminaire, you paid for it after 12 years. Now you've got at least another 12 years. You might have to do some maintenance, but the life of these fixtures is going to be over 25 years. So you're going to recover your investment after that time. Okay, go ahead. So the energy efficiency upgrades, for funding them, the Department of Energy these days is putting out a big publicity campaign that they're trying to get the point across that it's more economical to borrow money to do a larger upgrade today than to wait until you have the money to do it, because money's so cheap. And that kind of brings me to the next slide that I have. I don't know if you can see this or not, but I have a copy of it back in my booth if you'd like to see it more closely. Let me just start by emphasizing that this particular analysis was for a community that we did that was very high-end, beautiful new luminaires on their street lights. So it took them a while to pay for them, to pay back, because they got the beautiful, nice equipment. But they borrowed the money for it. They paid zero money out of pocket. They got all new street lights, and they paid a little bit more, over 10 years, $55,000 more than they would have paid for their existing equipment. But then the next 10 years, by the time they had gotten all the way down to year 25, they had saved $286,000. So it really is like a roll. It's like rolling down the hill. By the time they've paid for the light fixtures, now they have just really recovered some money. So when you add all of that up, the cost every year they were paying by not doing the improvement and not borrowing the money, they were paying an additional $22,000. every year by not doing it. And so they borrowed the money, they paid no money out of pocket, and they got new light fixtures and paid for it within a few years. So that's what makes kind of a lot of sense. I have some additional topics, but I don't think I have time to go into them. If you're interested in, well, I will just say that utility rebates are a big deal right now. Virtually all of the utilities are focusing on LED this year. So we're seeing, and they're focusing on outdoor LED lighting. They're offering rebates on pool lights, street lights, all that kind of thing. If you have pool lighting, we can pay for that within 2 years. So on the energy and maintenance savings. So that's kind of a no-brainer right there. If any of your communities do have problems with light intrusion or residents complaining of light coming in their windows, that's also another hot topic this year or forever. You know, there's been increasing medical research on light, sleeping with lights coming in our windows and that sort of thing. Come see me at my booth. I have a nice article on that. I can answer your questions. There's things that we can do. I'll just say that there's definitely things we can do to prevent light intrusion. There's no reason to have it.